the points? Is it 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 in the
for the Jeopardy categories? Yep. Yes, it's 1 through 5, and then 2 through 10.
Okay.
The second round. Yep. Same as last year. All right. For context, this Jeopardy board is from 2018. 2018. Just sometimes there are questions that are very specific to a time period. Just want to give that as a context. All right. So 4 categories in Jeopardy. We're going to get started now. Again, for me personally, if I mispronounce something, I will spell it out. So if I feel like I'm reading a word that I have no clue if I'm pronouncing it correctly or not, I will spell it out, and then you can admonish me after I am done reading the clue. All right, here we go. Government ABCs. Government ABCs for 1 point. One of its accomplishments was banning of DDT, EPA. What? Andy.
Sorry, I was going to say EPA.
Do you?
EPA. Yes.
That is incorrect. EPA is not the answer we're looking for, so toss it over to Winning from Home. I'll read it one more time. One of its accomplishments was the banning of DDT, EPA. So you can discuss here on Zoom.
One of its accomplishments was banning DDT, EPA. So those two things.
No, so it's probably the agency, right? So the Environmental Protection Agency.
Ah, okay. It's worth 1 point. That's worth a try. So we'll answer, final answer, Environmental Protection Agency.
That is correct. That is correct.
I said EPA, like Environmental Protection Agency. I didn't hear it.
You had to say the word.
You had to say the title. That's why it's ABCs.
Okay. My bad then.
No worries. All right. Government ABCs. Legislation that allows you to access public records. FOIA. Right.
What is Freedom of Information Act?
That is correct. All right, moving on. Government ABCs for 3 points. There's lots to check out there. LOC. Mark.
Library of Congress.
That is correct. For 4 points. The Census Bureau is part of it. DOC. The Census Bureau is part of it. Ray.
It's the Department of Commerce.
That is correct for 4 points. He is out for this category. Thank you, Ray. I will mute you just in case. And 5 points. Industrial hazards in the workplace are among this administration's concerns. OSHA. Andy.
Occupational Health and Safety Administration.
Take one more pass at it.
Occupational Safety Health Administration.
There you go. First round, going to be a little lenient here, get you guys back to your sea legs. And then in the second round, we'll be a little bit more concerned with exact answers. So yes, that was correct for 5 points. And I felt you needed a reprise after the first answer. So there we are. Here we go. Small screen crime fighters. Small screen crime fighters for 1 point. A crack team of profilers led by Special Agent David Rossi, Joe Montana. Nick.
Criminal Minds.
Criminal Minds is correct for 1 point. Played by Don Knotts, this small screen cop helped keep Mark.
Barney Fife.
Barney Fife is correct. Small screen crime fighters for 3 points. Set in Washington, D.C., NCIS spun off versions that take place in these other 2 cities. Set in Washington, D.C., NCIS spun off versions that take place in these other 2 cities. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Oh, Charlie, you're in before the bell. What do you got?
Los Angeles, New Orleans.
That is correct. That is correct for 3 points. Well done. My mother watches NCIS New Orleans religiously because of Mark Harmon. I get to hear about that way too often. Let's go to 4 points. Small screen crime fighters. Officer Kono Kalakwa, Kalakaua, dealt with the Yakuza and the task force questioning her loyalty on this CBS reboot. Charlie.
Hawaii Five-0.
That is correct. And for 5 points, Charlie's all done in this category. This British show starred Helen Mirren as Detective Jane Tennyson. NBC aired a version with Maria Bello. This British show starred Helen Mirren as Detective Jane Tennyson. NBC aired a version with Maria Bello. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Charlie, did you know that one if you're in it?
I did not.
Okay, so that was, in fact, Prime Suspect was the name. Prime Suspect. Born and Died. Born and Died is our next category. For 1 point, he was born January 15th, 1929 in Atlanta, died with a dream in his heart in Memphis on 8, right?
It was Martin Luther King Jr.
That is correct. This first lady was born in Southampton, New York in 1929 and died in Manhattan in 1994. This first lady, Joe.
Jacqueline Kennedy.
That is correct for 2 points. Born and died. Born in Spain in 1881, he drew his last breath near Cannes. Right.
Who's Pablo Picasso?
That is correct. Well done for 3 points. Yep, raise out for here. Born in Chicago in 1943, he was checkmated in Reykjavik in 2008. Mark.
It was Bobby Fischer.
Bobby Fischer is correct. Checkmated. Clever. 5 points. His adventures began in Wales in 1888. He spent some time in the Middle East, then died in a motorcycle accident. Andy.
Lawrence of Arabia.
That is correct for 5 points. Well done. Chugging along here, not surprised. Book of the month. Book of the month. You'll see how this one works after the first clue. The Ides of Blank by Thornton Wilder. Mark. Come off mute, Mark.
March.
March is correct. For 2 points. Light in Blank by Mark.
August.
That is correct. You're now out of this category. If you can mute, por favor. Thank you. 3 points. All My Blanks. My memories of 12 World Series when the Yankees ruled baseball. Charlie.
Octobers.
That is correct, by Mickey Mantle. For 4 points. Henry and Blank by Anise Nin. Ray.
Who's June?
June, correct. And for 5 points, The Two Faces of Blank by Ray.
I thought it was Eve. It's clearly not. I'd guess April.
That is incorrect. Minus 5
guys.
points. Pass it over to Winning from Home for a potential steal. I'll read it one more time. The Two Faces of Blank by Patricia Highsmith.
Anybody have any memory of this?
Nope.
Yeah, I don't think it's worth it. I have a
Pass?
guess, but I'm not gonna bother. So,
What's your guess?
well, I'm gonna wait.
Yeah, pass is accepted. Understood. What is your guess, Mark?
I just because March, in like a lion, out like a lamb. I don't know.
The correct answer is The Two Faces of January.
Right.
Two Faces of January. And typically, you know this, Jeopardy categories don't have the same answer twice. So you have March as the first one. All right, let's move on to our pub trivia. Again, these are not normed for difficulty, so we are assigning 3 points for each. I'll read 5. If anyone answers 2 in that time span, they can then hop into the next 5. Okie dokie, let's go to the video tape. Rappers Jay-Z, Busta Rhymes, and Notorious B.I.G. all once attended what city's George Westinghouse High School? Rappers Jay-Z, Busta Rhymes, and Notorious B.I.G. all once attended what city's George Westinghouse High School? Nick.
Brooklyn.
That is incorrect. Minus 3 points. Can pass it over to Mi Casa Marzu as Su Casa Marzu for the potential steal. Read it one more time. Rappers Jay-Z, Busta Rhymes, and Notorious B.I.G. all once attended what city's George Westinghouse High School?
I mean, I would have thought it was New York City, but
Yeah,
because that's what you associate those guys with, probably. But
but it's
don't know.
probably a specific borough. Like
yeah, and I would have thought Brooklyn. So I don't know. What do you guys think, Charlie, Joe? Should we pass?
I tried to buzz and I was going to say Brooklyn, so I'm a failure.
So pass. We're gonna pass.
I'm happy to discuss this one further. The answer is New York City, being that is the city and the borough is Brooklyn. But that is the correct answer. So we'll proceed from there. All right. Whoever's unmuted, could you mute? Ray, is that you? Thank you, sir. All right. Up next, in the movie Teen Wolf, Michael J. Fox's transformation into a werewolf causes him to excel at what high school sport? Nick.
Basketball.
Basketball is correct for 3 points. You're now out for the next 3 questions. In The Empire Strikes Back, Han Solo memorably says, "Laugh it up, fuzzball," to which character? Mark.
Chewbacca.
Chewbacca is correct. Regular brushing and flossing of the teeth are recommended measures for preventing what? Right, Andy?
Plaque.
Plaque, gingivitis, all accepted answers for that one. One more in this set of 5. Okay. In what year was the first Apple iPod released? In what year was the first Apple iPod released? 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. 1998. 1998 was the answer. Not what I expected the answer to be. All right. Representing, all right, so this is the next 5. Representing the number of letters in each word, 143 is a common text abbreviation for what phrase? Nick.
I love you.
I love you is correct, and I feel the same, Nick. Appreciate you being here. Let's continue on. Okay, make sure I'm not reading this incorrectly. Responding to charges that her cuisine leads to obesity, what TV show? Mark?
Paula Deen.
Paula Deen is correct. 3 more to go. Responsible for artist and repertoire, an A&R person is a powerful figure in what industry? Andy?
Music.
Music is correct. 2 more to go. Resulting in a shiny sheen, oh, sorry, have to strike that one.
Are these are the 5 point? These are the 6 point questions?
These are the 3 point questions.
3 still. Okay. Got it.
Yep.
Sorry.
These are all 3. The 6 points are in the second half of
Okay.
the trivia. Yep. This is just a. Okay. Rick Riordan's best-selling kids book feature Percy Jackson's. Mark?
Crap. I thought that was going to be the answer. And the Olympians.
The Olympians is correct. Way to pull that out. And then we have this one.
I did answer in this category, right? I think.
Yes. Yep. Riffing on Scorsese, the 90s cartoon Animaniacs featured the Goodfeathers, 3 pigeons who were also what? Ray.
Who are mobsters?
Correct. That is the correct answer. Animaniacs, somewhat ahead of its time and probably not watchable today, I would guess, in many, many ways. So that was 5, right? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Okay, great. Now we move back to Jeopardy. Double Jeopardy round. Everything is doubled. 2, 4, 6, 8, and 10. We'll do 4 categories here and then hit pub trivia worth 6 points at the end. Make sense? Okay, fantastic. Here we go. Shakespearean menagerie. Shakespearean menagerie. A ghost in Hamlet speaks of hair to stand on end, like quills of this animal. A ghost in Hamlet speaks of hair to stand. Right.
What is a porcupine?
That is correct for 2 points. Speaking of deceit, Gloucester in Henry VI, Part 3 says, I can add colors to this lizard. I can add colors to this lizard. Speaking of deceit, Gloucester and Henry VI, Part. Ray?
What is a chameleon?
That is correct, Ray. You are now out of this category. In some editions of King John, the son of the King of France is called this, also the name of a large aquatic animal. In some editions of King John, the son of the King of France is called this, also the name of large aquatic animal. Mark?
What is a walrus?
A walrus is incorrect, but an interesting choice of sea animal. So that is minus 6 points. And we go over to Mikasa for a potential steal. Ray, you can rally the troops to discuss this clue. In some editions of King John, the son of the King of France is called this, also the name of a large aquatic animal.
I want to say dolphin because dauphin, like what a French prince is called, but I don't know that definitively, and I've definitely never read King John because who the hell reads King John? But do you think that's large and aquatic enough?
I love the reasoning. I don't think of dolphins as large, but they're larger than most aquatic animals, I guess. I think go with it.
I mean, like, you've gotten 2 right so far.
All right. Dolphin, final answer.
That is correct for 6 points. Well done. Way to work it out. Ariel's for 8 points. Shakespearean menagerie. Ariel sings to Prospero, where this insect sucks their suck, I in a cowslips bell I lie. Mark.
Mosquito.
Mosquito is incorrect, minus 8 points. Back to me, Casa Marzu, as Su Casa Marzu. For 8 points, I'll read it one more time. Ariel sings to Prospero, where this insect sucks their suck I in a cowslips bell I lie.
I think it's flea or tick, but I'm not positive enough to guess. Anybody read Tempest lately?
I haven't read any Shakespeare since high
Or
school.
is this
so-
even Tempest? I don't know. Yeah. No. We're gonna pass.
Gonna pass. It's the bee. The bee. All right.
Makes sense.
For 10 points, in a Shakespeare poem, this bird of fable is paired with a turtle. Turtle dove. In a Shakespeare poem, this bird of fable is paired with a turtle dove. Dove is in parentheses in the clue. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Ray, you have a guess?
I would guess the Rock.
The Rock.
Oh.
It is the Phoenix.
Phoenix.
The Phoenix.
Okay.
On the island. On the island. These are quick clues. Quick clues. So just for 2 points. On the island, Tokyo. Ray.
The island is Honshu.
That is correct for 2 points. On the island, Diamond Head. Diamond Head. Ray.
What is Oahu?
That is correct for 4 points. Ray is now out of this category. The Mulini Villa, Mulini, once home to Napoleon. The Mulini Villa. Andy.
Elba.
Elba is correct for 6 points. The Cliffs of Moher, Moher. The Cliffs of Moher, Moher. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. That is in Ireland. Ireland. Quezon City, Quezon. Charlie.
Luzon.
That is correct for 10 points. American history is our next category. We have 2 more to go in Jeopardy, and then we have the 2 categories of 6-point pub trivia. American history. On April 19th, 1995, 2 homegrown terrorists bombed the U.S. federal building in this city. Mark.
Oklahoma City.
That is correct for 2 points. On March 12th, 1933, FDR warmed America with the first of these informal radio addresses. Joe.
Fireside chat.
That is correct for 4 points. In 1859, future Civil War General Daniel Sickles shot and killed Philip Barton Key, this son of this songwriter. Andy?
Scott Key.
Correct. For 8 points in American history. The photo from a 1967 march on the Pentagon demonstrates rhyming slogan of the time. The photo from a 1967 march on the Pentagon demonstrates this rhyming slogan of the time. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. 1967 marches were by many a hippie. Flower power. Flower power is the rhyming slogan of the time. 10 points. American history. In 1797, most of Congress counted themselves part of this party, but by 1827, it was dead. Andy.
Whig.
Whig is incorrect, minus 10 points. I appreciate the emotion, Andy. Over to Mark and winning from home. I'll read it one more time. The 1797, starting again. In 1797, most of Congress counted themselves part of this party, but by 1827, it was dead.
Anybody have any ideas?
Bull Moose, was that a party?
Yeah, that was later. That was turn of the century, the other century. Eli, you got an idea? We could use this, but I have a guess, but I'm not 10 points worth of guessing.
Pass or
What do you think?
play?
Nah, I don't really feel confident about it.
Passing?
What do you say? Okay, we're gonna pass.
The answer is the Federalist Party. Is that what you thought, Mark? Yeah. Sorry.
Just a, yeah.
Very well.
I got
Final-
stung by the walrus and the mosquito.
It was a bee. You did get stung. Let's go to final category in Double Jeopardy. Then we're doing 2 rounds of pub trivia worth 6 points. Still plenty of points out there. 73-14 is our current score. 73-14. Meet Casa is ahead of WFH. Musical performers. P is in quotation marks. Musical performers. The letter P is in quotation marks. Good to go? Here we go for 2 points. Alive and Jeremy were songs on this Seattle. Mark?
Pearl Jam.
Pearl Jam is correct for 2 points. Let's talk about this spicy rapper, part of the trio behind Shoop and Push It. Ray?
Who is Peppa?
Peppa is correct for 4 points. Nice, Andy. Musical performers, P in quotes. Marvin Gaye, in quotes, this singer's debut single was a duet with Meghan Trainor. Marvin Gaye, Charlie.
Charlie Puth.
That is correct. I need a surprise substitution, so I'm going to go to communication. Communication is the category. Ray, I see you singing the song in your head. I appreciate it. Bob is with us. All right, 8 points. Communication, again, is the category. Communication. The BBC World Service began in 1932 only on this type of radio, but has dropped that service in Europe and North America. Andy?
Shortwave.
Shortwave is correct. And back to musical performers, P in quotation marks.
Andy, are you in or you out now?
That is his first answer in this
My
category.
bad.
Yeah, he has this. Yep. Thank you for checking, Ray. 10 points. We had to face it. We were addicted to love in 19... Mark?
Robert Palmer.
That is correct. That is correct for 10 points. 91-26, heading into our final bit of pub trivia. Let me pull it back up now. And we have 10 questions to go. Let's go with these 5. In Steven Spielberg's 1982 classic, E.T. watches a love scene from what film? In Steven Spielberg's 1982 classic, E.T. watches a love scene from what film? 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. The answer is The Quiet Man. The Quiet Man. What explorer who landed on the Australian coast in 1770 was the first to record the word kangaroo? What explorer who landed on the Australian coast in 1770? Mark?
The Cook.
Cook is correct for 6 points. Well done. The mascot of Colombian coffee growers and icon Juan Valdez. He's flanked by a trusty mule named what? The mascot of Colombia coffee growers, Juan Valdez. He's flanked by a trusty mule named what? 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Conchita. Never knew that, but Conchita is the name.
That's what I will remember from today's lesson. That's how I'm thinking of it. Conchita.
100%.
What country's capital city has a name that means capital in its native tongue? What country's capital city has a name that means capital in its native tongue? 5, 4, 3, 2. South Korea. South Korea. Seoul in native tongue represents capital. Okay. Final one in this first set. In the popular folk song Alouette, what type of bird is being prepared for a meal? In the popular folk song Alouette, Alouette, what type of bird is being prepared for a meal? As everybody sings it in their head. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. A lark. A lark is being prepared as a meal. All right, let's move over to here. We'll get some of these questions in. Sesame Street's Bert and Ernie happen to share their name with a cop and cab driver from what classic? Ray.
What is It's a Wonderful Life?
That is correct. 4 more to go. Featuring scenes lit only by candles, what Kubrick film is famous? Ray?
What is Barry Lyndon?
That is correct. You are now done for today. The Earth is approximately how many miles from the sun? The Earth is approximately how many miles from the sun? 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Any guesses? No? Lots of head nods? A lot. 93
Many.
93 million. 93 million. That was awesome. I appreciate that. At the time he was discovered by music executives in 1954, Elvis Presley was Mark.
That was the answer. Elvis Presley was white.
That's not the answer I'm looking for. It is a correct answer. It's like when Cliff answered 3 people who have never
Yes,
been.
that's what I
in
was
my
going
kitchen.
for, actually.
Tell
me I'm wrong.
You are. I can't tell you you're wrong, but I will complete the question for me, Casu Marzu. Casu Marzu. Let's find again. At the time he was discovered by music executives in 1954, Elvis Presley was working as a what? Working as a what?
I have no idea on this.
Pass.
Pass. A truck driver. He was working as a truck driver. With less than 5 persons per square mile, what is the most sparsely populated country on Earth? With less than 5 persons per square mile, what is the most sparsely populated country on Earth? Mark.
Greenland?
Greenland is incorrect.
I want to get our points as low as possible.
Yeah, I appreciate that. I see what you're. I see.
I'm trying to make these guys look good, so the
Right.
rest of the competition's scared of them. And they just
Right.
cancel.
Very, very well. Very, very well. I appreciate it. Hey, shoot or shoot, Mark. You're just
Right.
you're taking your shots. I will read it one more time. Here, with less than 5 persons per square mile, what is the most sparsely populated country on Earth?
I think it's Canada, but I don't feel positive to guess on this.
It's got to be big and it's got to not have a huge population.
Yeah,
Mongolia, Kazakhstan, maybe New Zealand, but I don't think we should guess.
Nah, don't guess. Pass.
Pass. Okay. My father lives in Kazakhstan, funny enough. Mongolia. You did mention that, Ray. I think as you went through your possibilities, Mongolia is the answer.
Well played. Well played, guys. You guys are
I think Kazakhstan's top 5 or top 10 in that regard as well, because everybody's in the 2 cities and then there's nothing anywhere else. Oil fields. There are lots of oil fields. All right. Let's go to our final clue here. Final question for trivia. According to the Bureau of Engraving and Printing, what was the average cost of producing a new currency note in 2010? According to the Bureau of Engraving and Printing, what was the average cost of producing a new currency note in 2010? 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Is this the same answer as miles to Earth? A lot. 9.6 cents. 9.6 cents was the estimate. Final score, 103-20. Remember, there is a regular season here, so you have 3 more matches no matter what. You get to play those 3 regular matches. We'll do wins and losses, points, and point differential as tiebreakers if need be, but we'll be back next week to play. Thanks for squeezing this in. I know the queue ran long, but we were able to make it happen by 104. Not bad. Not bad at all.
Yeah. Thanks, everybody.
Thanks.
Nice
Have a
game.
great
Nice
day,
playing
guys.
with you guys.
Good luck moving forward. Thanks, everybody.
Hey, guys.